Hello boys and girls. Now since my last video where I made a forge, it's a long time ago, I thought since I also improved in making stuff, this is my soldering corner made from Vermiculite, and it's very simple, just stuck together with some steel bolts and one piece just laying there. But Vermiculite has a very nice property. It's very good at insulating and it's also very heat resistant. So therefore I'm gonna try to make a forge now from these nice big Vermiculite blocks. Now, first of all, I'm going to start off by making a rough drawing, just a very rough drawing. It's all just rough and just workshop made, and try to estimate what size I'm going to make. It's going to be for very small parts since I have a big forge for the knives and everything else. And I just need something, some space to heat up smaller parts for sometimes flattening them out or bending, scrolling, whatever, just smaller parts, soldering. You can do a lot of stuff in this vermiculite since you can make it very hot and it's lasting pretty much a very long time, at least much longer as the last blocks made from Ytong, from the aerated gas concrete. Now for the mini forge, I try to make something like this. Just some shallow notches. Will be the ground plate, will be the same as the roof plate. And from here on, I will try to make the walls like this. Just so the heat has one edge, two edge, three edges where it has to go around until it comes out of the forge. So it should be good enough to insulate. And on the other side, we'll make the same. And then the roof will be the same as the floor, just a slab where we put it into. And now I think we're gonna go for around 2 to maximum 3 inches, so it's around 5 to 7.5 centimeters. And in the height, I guess it will be the same. So therefore, just some very small burning chamber, and I guess I will make a hole about like this for the burner to be put in, so it can burn down like this and the heat will start circle around, hopefully. So, or maybe I will put the burner a little bit more down here to burn on the piece directly, but we will see. Now for the back piece, I'm not sure. I think I just make a block that fits inside here with no giant or big insulation anywhere, so a little bit of hot gases can escape the backside, so not everything gets pushed out the front side. And therefore, yeah, we're just gonna try out anyway. First of all, we're gonna try and make these blocks. Now I didn't measure, but I guess the blocks are 2 inches thick, so I guess 1 inch will be this step and 1 inch will be this step. I just make them half, so therefore, and this step will be about 10 millimeters deep. That's enough, maybe 15. We will see. That's around half an inch. No, 50 cal should fit in. Yeah. Now keep on going. Now the depth of the whole thing, not to forget, it's a 3-dimensional piece we're gonna make here. And through the writing, yeah, no problem. The depth of the piece, I guess I'll make it around 15 centimeters plus the back wall, so I guess 20 centimeters. That's around 8 inches. Yeah, 20 centimeters, around 8 inches. I think that's a pretty good measurement. Besides minus the 2 inches, we're gonna get 6 inches of burning chamber. That's pretty good. That's 15 centimeters, so about the length of this pen, I would say. Yeah, exactly the length of this pen. Crazy. Now, and I think that's enough for a burning chamber for these small pieces. We also just gonna use a small map gas burner, so it should not have a big space at all because it's not capable of heating up big spaces. Yeah, now enough talking, keep on going. Yeah, well, now first of all, I'm gonna start by marking the pieces and search for a good corner. And here is a cut made by a machine, so therefore we're gonna start out right here, and I'm just gonna mark 20 centimeters right here. Vermiculite is a very brittle material. It's soft. You can cut it with any tools. You can also cut it with a bread knife almost. But it's brittle. So you really need to be careful. It's not very strong. Not very strong. It's strong, but not very strong. So therefore you need to be a little bit careful. Here I'm gonna mark 40.3. So I'll take this and mark it. Make a third piece. Third piece is okay. Also 20 centimeters. And I'm gonna use my bandsaw, my trusty old bandsaw, my wooden bandsaw, to cut this stuff, because it's no metal at all. It's just very soft material. It's not like mineral material. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's very good at insulating. So therefore, yeah, I'm gonna cut these up with my bandsaw, and need to cut one more. But here I need to make a nice cut first. So therefore, just gonna, this surface is nice. Just gonna make a line here, and then we go 20 centimeters right to here. And now we already have our 4 pieces. And what I forgot to do is measure how wide they are and how thick they are. So now for that we have 4.5 centimeters. That's almost 2 inches, not exactly 2 inches, minus 3/8 of an inch, 3/8, 6/8 of an inch, no, 1/8 of an inch, 1/5, yeah, 1/4 inch, minus 1/4 inch. So it's 2 3/4 inches thick. Yeah, now I got it. These inches, they keep making, I don't know. I try to, but normally I just work in centimeters, as you can see, and therefore, here we would have, oh yeah, as you can see, I don't know, that's 1, 2, 3, that's the ½ inch mark, that's 1/3 of an inch, what, the 1/6 of an inch, gosh, it's so complicated, your inch style, Americans, your inch style is so complicated. I don't know. But okay, yeah, let's get cutting. And the width of the whole pieces is 14.5. 14.5. That's almost 6 inches. Minus 1/4 inch almost. And yeah, we're gonna figure out 14.5 minus 9. That stays 5.5. So the burning chamber will be now exactly 5.5. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The height, the walls we need to cut anyway. So I think the size will be pretty nice. And from this spare block here, we're gonna make the back wall, maybe with a small hole inside. If you put longer pieces, you can put them through, but you can also remove the back wall if you have longer pieces. And yeah, you know what I'm gonna try? Let's just think about it. The inner walls need 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. That's 2 centimeters minus plus the 5 centimeters of the burning chamber will be 7 centimeters, and we have 14.5. So 7 plus 7 is 14, and we have enough to cut. So therefore we just need 3 blocks, not 4, because 1 block we can split in half. Ta-da! That's nice. So we only need 1 of these 2 whole blocks, and now enough talking. Again, I'm gonna cut them up. I forgot to turn the camera on the other cuts, but on this cut I will turn it on. Don't forget to wear a mask. And yeah. Now, as you maybe saw, I don't know if you can really see it very well, but these blocks cut like butter. They really cut like butter. You can stretch them with your fingernail. They're so soft. Yeah, but overall they have integrity enough to stand out and to stand up for the task, and so therefore we're gonna use them. Okay, now I'm gonna use this tool. It's a measuring tool for scraping. This has a tungsten carbide tip on the end here, and here is a roller, and I'll show you how it's used. Just put your measurement in here to the 0. I have 22 millimeters now, and I'm just gonna scrape it along the edge here. Do it on every 4 edges. And now here we have our first lines. Now next measurement is of course the thickness of the block. You can take it like this, so you have it absolutely exact. But I'm just gonna take 45.5. It was about 45.8. I'm gonna take 45.5. So we make the slot is then 25.5 millimeters, and we make the other piece, the key piece, 25. So it should have a little bit of air gap to snugly fit inside there. Now just you can also scrape more than once. I think I have a great idea how I'm gonna make these cutouts. I'm gonna use my table saw, my circular table saw, and just raise the blade to about 10 millimeters. And then I did not even have to draw a line because I have a parallel there, and I can set the measurements and just cut it out like needed. But this way anyone can do it, so therefore you can also use a ruler and just mark the lines and scrape them through with a simple scraping tool. But this tool is really nice to have. You can use it for a lot of things. I use it a lot. It's very nice. And yeah, now this pieces could have also done the same thing with the 22. So here I need this edge, then I need to flip it over like this, and this edge. So what I'm also gonna mark now is that this is the outside. So this gets removed. Turn it around, this gets removed. And you see I have this side, perfect. So here it gets removed. I'm gonna mark the depth afterwards. I'm just gonna mark this block first. Now what you can do if it's not, I have a small edge right here, you can just take it and scrape it on the floor, and we'll take off that edge. So it's that soft, this stuff. You know, you can also use some tools, a big file here or whatever, a knife, and scrape along the edges to get something like this done. Now for this block, use this as the outside. Flip it over. Again. So cut away this. Cut away this. Outside. Alright, where we want to be. Now what you say, 10 millimeters is enough? 15 millimeters is pretty deep. But it's okay. Should we go with 12? We go with 12 millimeters. 12.7. Come on, we go 12.7. It's exactly 50 BMG. So, not a gun channel at all, but we're gonna use 50 BMG measurement here. 12.7 millimeters. Exactly 0.5 inches. So now this piece here, remove. And also here with a circular saw, just set the parallel. Just one cut this, and it's done. And just need to watch the measurement, that's correct. So I'm gonna draw like here, and draw like this. And here we get this. this cutout. So what I'm also going to do, the 12.7, I already have them still in here. I'm going to draw a line like this, so I have a control point of if the depth of the saw blade is correct. Now, again, enough talking. Let's go cutting. So now the blade's risen to a certain height. Well, now here we have our 4 pieces. Should fit together pretty snug and easy. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, that's satisfying. That's really satisfying. Even though the slits are a little wobbly, but to be honest, I don't care. It's just a very simple and easy forge, and it's much better than my loose put together corner I have. So therefore, or I hope it's better. So not sure if the closed room will be much better. Oh, but the outside turned to the inside. I wrote it wrong. This was the inside. So therefore, yes. You maybe already mentioned it at the beginning where I drew the lines and wrote out on it. So therefore, you surely saw my mistake already. That's not a problem. It's not a mistake at all since it worked out. And there is no need to glue up this thing. There is no need to bolt it together or anything of that kind. You can put some bolts through if you want to, but I think I don't. So just that it doesn't fall apart or slide apart or whatever. But in my opinion, there's no reason, no need for that. You can also make a steel box around it with the angle irons or whatever. You can really go nuts on this thing. But to be honest, I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, now, I talk a lot, I know. For the burner, I have just this simple piece. I know you Americans will gonna laugh because your map gas burners are much better than this, but it's all I have for small burner, and it should be enough to get something started in here. Maybe I'm gonna make a small forge burner, try to make a small forge burner, feed it with these cans, or fed with these cans, and just have a look. But now for first we're gonna try to drill a hole in here. I would say let's keep it where we're gonna keep it. Where's my measuring it? 4.5 centimeters from the back will be wall, back wall, therefore, so around here. And this is the chamber, and I'm gonna put it in 2/3, 1/3, I guess, so 15 and around 5 mil, 5 to 6 centimeters. I try to put in the hole. So what I'm gonna also try, if this has enough power, maybe if I do it this way, or maybe I will need to bolt it together after all. I put a steel plate of weight on it, so this burner will keep holding by itself. But oh yeah, that's a problem, because this burner, if you keep it upside down, the flames just shoot out like crazy, and there's no good flame coming out at all. So therefore I need to have an invention and make an idea, whatever, out of this. Yeah. I'm just gonna try to go between these two stones right here. Try to not break anything. But as said, this material is extremely soft, and with a sharp drill bit, that's not a problem at all. It just breaks out at the end a little bit. Blow away the dust. And is it going? Is it going? Oh yeah, that's a tight fit. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't want to crack this. I'm just gonna reopen the hole a little bit with the top lock on. Drill through. Just wiggle it a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit longer. Oh, that's neat. That's absolutely perfect, and it holds up by itself. That's very nice. So it keeps it twisting a little bit, but that's not a big deal at all. Yeah, I'm now gonna make the back wall also, as promised. I have to. And for that I need exact measurements, pretty exact. So 5.6 I'm gonna make it by 4.7. 5647. Well, microforge wall. Oh, and it fits. It fits very snug, but that's okay. Could make it a little smaller, but there's no need to. And what I could do to secure it is drill only one hole right through here, just to secure it. Like this, that's enough. You may want to see this. I'm sure you may want to see this. So I'm drilling from this side. This material is so soft, you really need to watch out not to lean in any direction because it will allow anything. You can drill a 10mm hole with a 5mm drill bit, so yeah, we really have to be careful with this stuff a little when working with it, because you have destroyed it very fast. So now 5mm bolt just here like this, and I'm gonna mark this piece with an X right here, right in right here. I mean this will be, I guess, way after the first burn, but maybe it burns inside the surface, and the X, we know it's outside. So this will stay good because it will not get pretty warm at all, I guess. Nah, it should not get warm at all. So, like this, I'm just gonna cut this piece here. So now therefore we can put the forge together like this. And what I'm gonna do is, the backside is right here. So outside is like this. So you make a line here. Just draw this. So we know how the forge is gonna keep together. No, this is the inside, so we don't mark the outside again because it's already visible that this has to be the outside. Well, take this out. And now just force the pin in. That's nice. And now as you see, it cannot fall out anymore. That's just a reason it cannot be pushed back or whatever. If you push in your piece and you push it back, and it falls out, and it's not great. You don't want that. So this is very simple and easy. And also you can fix the side walls like this. So you can maybe also put a bolt in like here diagonally so it will fit the whole piece together, or you can just drill whole ways through and use thread rods or long screws with nuts and bolts. That would be also a nice solution. Just get some 150mm bolts or 160, whatever you need, and cut them through. You can also make this forge in a bigger size with a bigger burner, so therefore I'm sure you know that. And I don't know where you get this vermiculite plates from, so I just got them for free. But vermiculite plates are not that hard to find, I guess. They're all around the world. They should be pretty easy to get. So now one, two, two. Just so we have it always correct together. But on the other side, there's the hole for the burner, so should not be a problem to not fit it wrong. But just in general, it's not necessary. But yeah. And of course I did it upside down, but who cares? Ah, guys, sometimes. Yeah, but now for the big thing, I'm gonna put it on my anvil and see how it does. Now what I did is I put a 5 kilogram weight on top, so it does not lift the forge. And I'm just gonna put the burner slightly out of the hole and we try it out. Okay. Okay, now it started. Try to hold shut. Start the initial heating. Take the vermiculite plate and put it in front of there. You should have enough holes for the hot gases to escape. You can see it start smoking a little bit. And yes, I thought this burner, I guess, is not strong enough to really get a good heat in there. But with a little bit bigger burner, a good map gas burner, should be no problem at all. It's all about the forge, so therefore I'm just gonna try and heat up this stainless steel piece here. Let's see how it does. Also, this burner is not meant to be used in a forge, it's meant to be used outside, so therefore it has different burning properties, but should also work to get something glowing. The temperature does not really rise above 1000 C, and therefore we'll see, but it's already glowing a little bit, dark red glow. And it starts glowing. Okay. As mentioned, for heating up very small things like this 6 millimeter rod here, 1/4 of an inch, it's good enough for really small objects and pieces and small things. For bigger stuff, I will really use a bigger burner, but with a bigger burner this forge could be really nice. And also the vermiculite holds up very nice under heat. It does not decay very fast. It really does hold up pretty good. Now just back one more time, and took this burner I had. First it had a cone going closed. Now I open this up on my vise, on my anvil, on the tip of my anvil. I opened it up and flared it out a little bit, just a tiny bit, and it's much better. And inside there was a spiral. Also, I put that out, and now the flame is going and it's getting much hotter, much faster, at least a bit. And now it's pretty useful, to be honest. We'll see in a moment. It's gonna heat up better, more surface area, and it's also, in my opinion, getting maybe a little bit hotter in there. So this piece of steel, just again, put it in there. See how long it takes. The flame looks much better. It's not perfect. It's still flickering around a little bit. But, that has also to do with the gas pressure. But at least it works pretty nice. And as you see, it's not very fast. I mean, it's very thin now. Therefore, but as you may notice, the heat is more on a bigger surface area and maybe a little hotter. Yeah. And as said, you can also use an even bigger burner, just a tiny bit bigger, or make yourself a burner. Shut that off. Make yourself a burner with a nice torch, self-made torch. Normally you always gonna get best with that, best results, I guess. So therefore I try to make one myself, as said, and then maybe I will make another video. Yeah. Now, I really hope you liked this video. Please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more crazy stuff that's coming all the time, and thank you very much for watching.